Now, today's top stories and Power of 5 weather from News 5. Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.
Good evening. Now here's a look at today's top stories. Crime Stoppers is offering $2,500 to anyone who can help track down a Strongsville igloo thief.
The owner of Carso Rosso Winery says his security cameras caught several people taking that igloo down February 3rd in the middle of the night. Now, this loss is a big one for the winery. It just opened a year and a half ago, and like so many other small businesses, Adam Zambetti says Carso Rosso is struggling. These igloos were one way to keep customers coming in during the pandemic. Each one of them costs about $1,500. They can take weeks to ship because demand is so high for them right now.
I don't know what the motivation was. I don't know if they're struggling. It's just sad. But when you infringe on somebody's property and their business, that they're relying on these, it's especially in a pandemic, it's really disheartening.
Now, Zambetti says there is one silver lining from all this. He says the community's really come together to support his business. If you know anything about the theft, call Crime Stoppers. You can remain anonymous.
Timken Steel is cutting dozens of hourly jobs in Canton. The company voted last week to indefinitely idle the Harrison plant before the end of March. That will save the company between $15 and $20 million. That plant conducted melt and cast operations. Timken Steel will move those operations to its Faircrest location, which is also in Canton. About 100 employees who are represented by United Steelworkers are impacted by this decision. Timken Steel says they will be able to apply for other jobs in the company as they become available.
Hudson-based craft store Jo-Ann Inc. is making moves to become publicly traded again for the first time in a decade. The company filed to list itself on the NASDAQ under the symbol JOAN. Jo-Ann told Forbes 2020 was a good year for the company as people in quarantine picked up hobbies like sewing and painting. But the company says the shift is not purely because of the pandemic. Instead, it says it's a reflection of people turning to a do-it-yourself mindset. 6 German immigrants opened Jo-Ann in Cleveland in 1943. It currently has 855 stores nationwide. Let's talk weather. You ready to roll, Mark?
I need some of that yarn to knit me a big old sweater. Keep me warm.
Good idea.
Yeah, it is cold. It's going to be one of the coldest nights of the winter. We're going to start off out of the park here. We're down here. We're starting off at about 2, 3, 4 degrees, maybe 6 near Lake Erie. All right, it's going to be cold. We'll recover up into the lower 20s. If you want sunshine, you'll see a little bit during the morning hours, but clouds will thicken up during the afternoon again. Tomorrow, the good news is we're dry. Temporarily, we're dry. 22 degrees, a frigid start, peaks of sunshine. You might also have to deal with a little bit of iciness on your windshields, on the sidewalks, because could have a little fog. That would be freezing fog. Any water droplets would freeze up on whatever surface they touched. Akron overnight 4, 22, peaks of sun, still cold. 7-day, here you go, Thursday. It's another winter storm, but this one looks like most of the heaviest snows will be to our south. 2 to 4 inches of snow through early Friday morning, 30, 26 on Friday. And I suspect we'll see some lake effect snow. The lake is not all iced over. There's still some open water. 23 and cold on Saturday, and then we begin to turn the corner. We'll see some snow, changing over to a little rain on Sunday, but we're in the 30s through next week.
Sponsored by Akron Children's Hospital.